Hi, everybody. It's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures, and we are here for our regularly scheduled live. So we are so happy to have you. We're live every Tuesday and Wednesday, streaming through my Facebook page and my YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is bonus day because we actually are having our first live auction of the season. And I will have a little of everything. I'll have some jewelry. I'll have lots of home decor. I'll have my first 3 snowmen of the season. They're actually from my holiday retreat. Next week is where we will have oodles of snowmen. And speaking of snowmen, transitioning right into today's project. So I walked around, wasn't sure what I wanted to make, and I came up with this idea. We'll see if we love it or not so much. So let's fasten our seatbelts and get started. So I'm using a piece of wood that I already had cut because time is of the essence today. We are crazy over here. So if you are a member of Home for the Holidays, those kits should have been delivered or will be delivered very soon. If you are 12 days of Christmas or whatever I decided to call that, then those are shipping. We're started getting it together today. My supplies came in, and then we should hopefully finish getting it together tomorrow. I thought I sanded this board, but it's a little bit on the rough side. Okay, I am using, hi Mary Kay, I am using snowmen today. These 2 snowmen are from last year's Frosty's Sweet Shop. There is so much that you can do with these. I have them on sale right now for only $20. So I only have about 8 in stock, but I thought this would be a really cute twist on it. We could end up using the candy canes too, or the suckers. I just don't know yet. And I'm not, Pam's looking like right now, like, really? I didn't get that memo. And then I am using this sweet little snowman from this year's Christmas Wishes. Hi, Laura. Hi, Cheryl. So thank you, Laura. I got your message. Thank you. And I'm so glad that you could go. So when I love snowmen, I guess we all know that. And so when I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, I saw these 2, remembered about this one because my most recent YouTube video for IOD features all of the stamps from this year and many from last year. I don't think it's been published yet, but it's super fun. I may put some snow on here. I don't know. We gotta see how this goes. So I'm gonna need my snow paste, Pam, or in my ice effect paste, maybe ice crystal paste. She's like, that wasn't on the list either. It's in the back on that, where all the crap is. Pentart Lovelies.
They're not the pens, right?
No, not the pens, the actual paste. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. So I wanted to go for Old World, but now I'm changing my mind, you guys. Hold on. I'm going Sky and Snow. So I'm switching it up here.
Snow paste and ice crystal paste?
Yeah. I'll use boho. It'll be good. All right. This is evolving as I'm sitting here thinking. So I'm going to start with, I'm making this up as I go along. Can you guys tell? Hi, Kay. So Prom Queen and some Bohemian Blue. Way too much on my plate if anyone's keeping score. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do kind of a night sky. Why do I have to do stuff like this when I'm so short of time? Well, let's be honest, I always do stuff like this. Just pull this down the side a little bit. I'm just going to run that across the bottom.
Did you say that's boho?
That's boho, bohemian blue. Then I'm going to pull some prom queen in there. Same brush. One of these paints is stinky.
Stinky feet?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get some white. And by getting it all on the same brush, we get a lot of those colors working together. And it really looks like, you know, an actual painting. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to switch brushes because I want to do just white. Let me see how I'm doing it. The little guy's going to go in the middle, so. Let me see how tall these guys are. That one's going to have to go down further. Okay. More like here. Now, my plan was to use lettering, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up with just a tag because of the change in my mind. All right, let me see how that's going to work now. Yeah, that's going to be better, right like that. So now I'll go back in. This is just prom queen here.
Hello, Shannon. Hello, Kay.
So tonight's auction, you guys, I want to mix it up a little bit. I want to do, I don't even know yet. I got 2 hours to figure it out after I'm live. So I want to do like some flash sales maybe where like I set a timer and when the timer goes off, I don't know. Just thinking of something to mix it up a little bit. So that's kind of a fun sky. I want some more white here. So when you want to blend like that, you want to go into wet paint. If it gets too dry, you start getting a layered look. So I just got a little bit of water on my brush.
Hello, Brenda.
Brenda, I have those. I have that resin in stock. I knew I wasn't out. So I updated my inventory so I can ship it whenever you're ready. Okay, now, Pam, did I save myself a vintage snowflake stamp that was not cut up? I don't think I did. What about a snowflake stencil? Do you know where that is? I used it pretty recently, so I'm not sure if I put it back.
I'll look and see if there's anything here.
That would be fun to use. Okay, thank you. Let me try this. Yay! Do I have anything spongy that I can use with that?
Instead of a stencil brush.
Yeah, I'll use a stencil brush. It'll be fine. I just want to get that a little bit dry. Man, did this idea evolve quickly, very quickly.
Just want 2 little ones or little ones.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just going to go into the white. Now I could use any of the pastes and pull it through the stencil, which is what I would do, but time's an issue for me. It would never dry. When I'm stenciling, unless it's wording, I'm never going for perfection. So I don't offload. This is not the right way to stencil. You want to offload and do thin layers, but that's just not me. See, I got a glob there. I really don't care. Okay. I'm going to go over here because, and I'm going to actually flip it over because I don't want symmetry. I'm going to flip it over. That gives the other side time to dry. So if you missed it, the 2 big snowmen are from Frosty's Sweep Shop. Frosty's Sweep Shop. And they are on sale for $20. I don't have a ton of inventory. It was last year's stamp, but I do have a bit. Again, I don't want these to be perfect or I would be offloading my brush. I would be much more concerned.
They look great.
They're getting there. I want to thank everybody sincerely for the messages that I've received and everything. So appreciated. Okay, now I just need to fill in the center just a little bit. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sharon. It is a really good snowflake stencil. All right, I got to dry it. Otherwise, I'm just going to smear it. Now let's see here. Now I have to be a little bit more particular about where I'm going to put stuff because it has to go in between what's already there. Let's see here. I don't know. I think that's pretty darn good for guessing. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to dry this. So I'm not going to add any of the paste until after my snowmen are on there because otherwise it's just going to be too difficult. If I wanted to, I could reuse the stencil and use clear liquid, just lay it right over what I did, clear liquid patina and sheer frost glitter. I am going to use black paint and I'm going to go for pretty decent impression. Which means I'm going to offload. I'm going to offload my stamps. So again, it's the 2 snowmen from here, Frosty Sweet Shop, and 1 snowman from Christmas Wishes. I feel like this year's holiday stamps are really ones that you really have to look at each little element because there's stuff hiding in every corner. Like the Santas in that Christmas Wishes stamp are absolutely incredible and they stamp beautifully. So stay tuned for, sorry, here I am, my IOD video for this month when it comes out. Okay, let's see here. So this is Little Black Dress. Normally I use black velvet, but I don't know where it's at. So I have a piece of paper here. And let me just get a feel for what I want to do so I'm not doing this blind. That one there, that one there. God, they're so stinking cute. I think that's going to look really good. So I'm going to start with the middle one, this guy right here. And just going to be very careful. Set this over to the side. And I've got my stamp and I've got my brayer. And if you want a good impression, this is what I highly recommend. So you load up your brayer. You don't want it to be drippy. Go over your stamp. And then stamp it onto a sheet of paper. With paint, sometimes that's a little bit tricky. You end up getting more of a blob. With paint, it depends on the stamp. Could I get one of those felt thingies, Pam, please?
Yep.
So now I'm going to load it up again, moving this out of the way. I'm going to move my board in place. I'm going to get my little guy where I want him. I don't want to shift. I'm going to take my felt squeegee and make sure that I press everywhere. Now again, with paint, the second impression, sometimes it can be a little blobby. Oh no, that looks good. Oh, he looks so cute. Okay, so that's that one. Now I'm going to dry him just so I don't smear it. So that's from Christmas Wishes. I don't want to get the heat gun near the stamps. Now I'm going to line this one up. I think I may want them a little closer together. This one just goes so well right there. I'm going to do this one. Now this one, I don't know. I think these go pretty well. All right, so I'm just going to slide that like that. And maybe I'll take my chances this time. Oh, I hate doing that though. Okay. So here we go.
She's going for it.
I am. It is really trade-offs. Okay. And you want to go kind of fast because the paint dries kind of quickly. So I'm going to put him. Oops, I dropped it accidentally. So it had to go there. And I'm probably going to have a little bit of a shift. We'll see. I'll never replicate that background. Okay, that looks good. Not as dark as that one, but considering I dropped it, that's not bad. Oh, God, they're so cute. So this one, I'm going to go in the snow a little bit. And I'm going to offload this one. Oops. Got glue everywhere.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to re-wet it. All the little tricks that I use, but doesn't mean that it's going to come out the way that I want it to. Okay, that one didn't drop. So this one, I inked it up, painted it up. And then by the time, even though this stamp isn't huge, by the time you get to the bottom, the top paint's already started to dry. So I just went over the whole thing again, but you can see where the potential to get blobbing is with this. And the longer you do this does not make a difference. It's just procrastinating the end result. That looks really good. Now I would be tempted to go over the top of this one because I'm not happy with it. It's very, very risky. I don't recommend it, but I'm going to go for it.
She's going for it.
I know not ever to do this. If you can find somewhere to line it up, that's pretty good. Let's see what happens. Yep, there's a shadow. Didn't line up perfectly. But I think it's okay. I totally think it's okay.
I do too.
It would not be a big deal to paint over the background and redo the snowflakes, but a girl ain't got time for that.
I think it's real good. Hello, Linda B.
Okay, now I'm going to take snow paste, Pam.
Oh, I got the whole bag of the goodies for you right here.
Oh, that's right. I put them in a bag. I need a palette knife of some sort. So here's the snow paste, ice crystal paste. Oh, cracking paste I don't need. And ice effect paste. Snow paste is white and gritty. Ice crystal paste is translucent and sparkly. And ice effect paste is a little bit of an ivory color with more of a flake in it versus a what?
Versus the other one.
Yep. Now, I don't need this to be solid. So you can see what I'm doing here. That's not at all an annoying, obnoxious noise. And shockingly, this dries fairly quickly. Are you able to see this very well, Pam?
Yeah, it's showing up good.
Then I'll just take and do like this to get that bottom edge.
Thank you for the hearts again. We love them.
We love the hearts. I kind of like that one, just how it is over there.
We did have snow about a week ago, Cheryl. Couple inches. Like 5 inches up further north and like 2 inches down here.
Down in the bayou. I need a paper towel, sorry. So lots of options from this point. I could leave it alone. Looks great. I could add clear liquid patina and sheer frost German glass glitter. or I can use the ice crystal paste or the snow crystal paste. All those are options.
How are you going to decide?
I don't know. So let me see. What I want to do. These are the letterpress stamps. I'm not sure. I feel like I should be doing a tag. That's what I think I should be doing. Do you know where the tags are by any chance? They might be right here. Oh, here's, yeah, it's a large one, but.
That's the right size, isn't it?
Yeah, there are large ones in here, but. Okay, I'm gonna prep this while that's like drying a little bit. You could add red to the scarves and stuff like that. I have found that if doing that, you want to do that in layers. So you'd want to lightly stamp, then do whatever painting, and then stamp again so you get all that detail in. So I'm going to distress my tag. I also have I'm going to use my spray oxides by Tim Holtz. If I have a blue. If I don't have a blue, I may not. Oh, wrong container. I have Mermaid Lagoon, pecan feathers. Pecan? Peacock.
You're going to say
Yeah.
pecan doesn't sound right.
This is probably the better color here versus, oh, I don't know. I'm going to use that one. This one walnut, it's a little deep. I think this one is iridescent. Textured resist spray. Yeah, nope. Not that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go on to the next step before I do this. So this is dry enough. Here is my palette knife. Oops, man down. So ice crystal paste. Looks like this. So I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to use the Ice Effect paste because it's warmer. And I'm not necessarily going to use a ton of it. Stir it up. And I'm not going over the whole thing. These are all very, very annoying noises. I love this stuff. I wish every day were Christmas so we could play with this stuff all year round. Oops. I think that's so fun. The next thing I'm going to do is I have my black ink here, which I really would like to use paint, but I don't know if I should or not. Yeah. Can I get a just a sponge brush, Pam? Thanks. Thanks so much. All right, I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to use the chippy paint stamp, or distressed edges, or chippy edges, or whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm using. These guys right here. There are 4 different ones. I just use like one, and then I'll flip it around and I get another pattern, and then I'll grab a different one. So that's how I tend to use these. But there are 4 different ones with different amounts of chipping on them. That's the right way to say it. Not sure. So here's another one. Use this side. Oops. Really don't want to slide it like I just did. good. Then I've got this one. I don't know why it's not on its backing anymore. I think it might be from the original, is what I'm thinking. There we go. I'm going to use one that is close to the edge for down here. I didn't leave much of a margin. I could just go in with the brush, but I'm going to try and go in with this. See how it does. We're getting a little bit, and I don't know that I would want a whole lot more than a little bit. You know, and it would have been helpful if I would have thought of this part in advance, but I didn't. Okay. I got some chippy paint on there. It looks good. All right, I'm going to move this to the side. Pretty sure I have a part. Did you sneeze?
No, I don't know what I did.
Oh, okay. Well, bless you, maybe. Could I get a squirt bottle, pretty please? Pam's like, no, you can't. That's Coke out of a can. It tastes so weird to me.
It does.
So the Distress Oxides are really cool when you spray them with water. So I'm not going to lie and tell you I use these all the time because I don't. So we'll see. In fact, this one's never been used. So that ought to be interesting. There it is. Looking for that little critter. So I'm going to spray it on this parchment paper. It's going to need to be primed a little bit because it's never been used. So you do that. And then you do this. And this is when it gets fun. What is this one? Vintage photo. That's my favorite one. That one right there. Look what it does. So cool. Since I'm not positive I'm loving the blue, I'm just going to do the vintage photo on the back. Oh God, my fingers. I'm just going to push this into the drips on the back. I like that a lot. Now, how I'm going to attach it, I have zero clue. Yeah, I probably have to think about some more. Apothecary labels. I'm probably going to end up think these will work, the smaller ones. I don't think so. I don't mind that the 3 is bigger. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use white. Do you have another foam brush, Pam? I'm sorry.
Google's taking Viv way out of the way somewhere.
Oh no. That's not good. What's this? Even though it's ginormous. Here's the 3. I'm not even sure I'm going to like any of this, but take a little bit of white paint. Yeah, that was the right choice in color for sure. I'm just going to put this here. And look at how good that looks. All right. And letters. Hey, Charlie. These might be too big. I may have to use these little guys. All right. W. Okay. He hasn't left yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Got to be careful with those little guys. They are very easy to lose. All right, so I'm just going to put these on here. So here's the W, I, and the I seems like it's not very sticky. S. How'd you get downstairs, Charlie?
Can I just leave it open, huh?
She's like, thank you.
Just leave it open.
This could be a little blotchy. Okay. And I'm going to do S. Where's Viv?
Stuck in Google traffic somewhere.
Oh, I thought she was at the door. I was so confused. Come on, you little critters. Don't want to stick. Because I didn't clean off my thin mount. O. W. M. E. So 3Y snowman. I think you could have a lot of fun with saying, you know, bringing ice, snow, and cheer, or, you know, magic. So this is not going to be straight, and that's a little by design. I'll just take that N off. Hit it again. I think that's super cute. I should have done snow and men or whatever, but I don't hate it. It's totally fine. All right, this is going to go here. And this is going to go. I got all these little letters, Pam, that I'm just going to wipe with a baby wipe and put them back. All right, let's see what we got here. And then I think I'll put this maybe like there. I don't know. I got to figure out where I want to put it. I will have a ribbon, but there will be something else too. Could just hang from there. I could have, you know, like adjusted it a little bit. But that's where I'm at right now. Actually, I think I want it right there, to be honest with you. I like it right there. And then maybe a big bow. Oh, she's at the door.
Oh, come in. I told her she's going to.
So that's it. I will paint the frame black. I can see an argument for adding the candy canes, the suckers. This element's gorgeous. So I don't know, but that's my project for today. So hopefully you guys can join us for the auction for all the fun and games at 7 p.m. And I will see you tomorrow at 4. Thanks, everybody.